calculate the frequency of a wave with a period of 4 seconds. When using frequency and period, we're describing a wave in terms of time. So here's a graph mapping the vertical displacement of an individual point over time. From this, we map out a period, the time it takes to go through exactly one cycle. The length between these 2 points represents a period. Also, these 2 points represent a period, because a period is the distance between any 2 consecutive points with identical height and slope. Likewise, the frequency is the number of cycles the wave travels per second, the inverse of period. So let's use this equation to solve the problem. Replace the period with what it's equal to, which is 4.0 seconds, and you get the frequency is 0.25 seconds inverse, or simply 0.25 hertz. This means the wave completes a fourth of a cycle every second, so it makes sense that it would complete a full cycle every 4 seconds. Our next question is to figure out, based on our given frequency, how much time is between each one of these money points. Now, the money points are when the displacement is 0, a max height, or a min height. The orange and blue lines each represent the time length we're talking about. It also just happens to be 1/4 of t, 1/4 of the entire period. Now, this is what we're trying to solve for, so let's rearrange the equation. We get that time between consecutive money points is equal to the period divided by 4. This gives us an opportunity to use frequency as a way to finish the problem. If you remember the previous problem, we said that the frequency is the inverse of period. Flip this around and we get that the period is the inverse of frequency. Plug in the frequency and we get that the period is 4.0 times 10 to the 2 seconds with the correct number of significant figures, and we can use this to solve for what we need. So the time between consecutive money points is equal to 4.0 times 10 to the 2 seconds divided by 4, the period divided by 4, and we get 1.0 times 10 to the 2 seconds. So here we see that the amount of time between each of these money points is 1.0 times 10 to the 2 seconds, and a period is the sum of all 4 of these. In other words, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Altogether, a period is 40 seconds.